G
G
O
O
O
O
G
G
L
L
E
E
Gulu gulu.
An alarming new update from Google that hasn't yet made headlines has suddenly put Chrome's 2.6 billion users at risk of surveillance, manipulation and abuse. If you're one of those users, this nasty new surprise just gave you a reason to quit. Chrome has serious issues when it comes to protecting your security and your privacy. The world's leading browser has issued one urgent fix after another this year, as high-risk exploits have been found in the wild, and just a few weeks ago, Google finally admitted it had accidentally allowed millions of users to be secretly tracked. Google says it wants to change, to put your privacy first, that web tracking is now out of control and has resulted in an erosion of trust. But as DuckDuckGo warns, it's all noise until Google actually agrees to collect less data and do less behavioral targeting. The latest tracking nightmare F. First, Google has ignored security warnings and launched a new Chrome API to detect and report when you're idle, i.e., not actively using your device. Apple warns this is an obvious privacy concern, and Mozilla that it's too tempting an opportunity for surveillance. Google, though, isn't listening, reinforcing its fairly narrow use case while staying silent on these warnings. Signals like this would be very useful to a malicious site, or script, that wanted to learn patterns. Vivaldi agrees, telling me, "We are not happy with the privacy implications of this API, since it can be abused for behavioral tracking, or the fact that it can be abused to know about when you meet. There are privacy implications that a user cannot be expected to realize." If this release of a controversial Chrome tracking technology despite industry warnings sounds familiar, that's because we saw the same with Flock earlier this year. Google was warned that its attempt to anonymize users while Google refuted any such claims and secretly enrolled millions of users into a trial, before quietly admitting later that those warnings had come true, that it had made the risks of tracking worse. DuckDuckGo warns that idle detection is another example of Google adding an API that has poor privacy properties to the web without consensus, and in this case in the face of active dissent from other browser vendors.
Hello family, smash that like button, smash that subscription button, also hit that notification button so you're notified when we post new content. Let's talk about Google. I haven't used Google Chrome as a search engine for years for a lot of the same reasons you've heard stated in this preceding video. You really do have to worry about when we log on to our electronic devices, our phones, your laptops, your home computer systems, and which browser you're using. And as you just seen in this video, they already got too much of our private information. So the reason I'm doing this video is to make you aware, for those of you who are not in the know, of how they're tracking who you talk to, where you go, where you shop, how long your phone stays idle, who you talk to most oftenly, and the items that you, not only when you shop, but the items that you buy the most of. So if you notice, if you look for different items and products on your phone, shortly thereafter on your social media and in your messages, you'll start getting ads, and in your emails for those same or similar items. So watch what browsers. I'm not going to say and open myself up for liability not to use this browser. But what I am going to say is, do your research and know when you log on and you hit that send button to search on your phones and your laptops and your notebooks which browser you're using. I'm going to say that again. Know what browsers we're using. Because if not, all your information, your credit card information, your address, where you shop, as I stated, etc., 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 it's no ends to their reasoning for wanting all of our personal information. And if you're anything like me and a lot of millions of other people, you don't need it. You don't need our personal information. So comment in the comment section and let me know what browsers you use the most. And again, smash that subscription button to help me build my subscriber base, and I'll catch you on the next.